Hi guys, this is Rasim from 20 Gallon Fresh, and today I will be cleaning and redecorating the tank. Basically, I got the driftwoods that's sitting in there. These are 5-gallon buckets. I have a 20-gallon aquarium, so we will be changing 25% of water. I already added the stress coat and added the water here a couple days ago, so it gets to the room temperature. And first, I will be taking some plants out. As you can see, I've been kind of moving things around, and some of them are not really growing in the gravel, so I will be removing them. Then this was an experiment. I planted some Java moss, and I got some suction cups and try to get them out of the way and put them on the wall here, so I have more room to decorate. And later, when the Java moss starts growing, I will be probably adding it to a different aquarium and kind of putting a couple pieces here and there. So we will start with removing the plants that I will be putting in different spots. So this plant is right in the water flow, and besides fish picking on it, it also gets damaged by the water flow, so I will be moving it more to the side. And then these are my Java moss rocks. I put some Java moss here. I will be also putting them in the different spots, and I need to be careful because on some of them I have snails, and there's a couple shrimps there. The snail is really attached to it right now. I'll probably have to remove it later, and need to make sure that there's no shrimp in there, because they like to hide in these rocks. Okay. Looks like it's pretty clear. The snail likes this rock. It doesn't want to get off. I'll leave it here for now, and then later I will take it out. Then this Java moss canvas, it was floating, so I kind of put them under the rocks. It's still floating. As you can see, there's Java moss all in between. I had tied it down with the see-through line, but I will be putting them in different spots. So before the cleaning, I'm removing everything that I will be relocating to a different spot. And my aquarium is still fresh. It's only a little over 3 weeks old. It has already been cycled because I put existing bacteria in it, and I tested the water. Everything looks great. And Java moss, kind of rinse it a little bit. Since I will be cleaning, changing the water. So I will be moving this plant as well, but as you can see, it already started growing, so I'm not going to remove the rocks from the roots. I will just replant it like that. And then this plant, I don't like the location of it, even though it's already started. Wow, it has a huge root system already. Check this out. And it's only been a couple of weeks since I put this plant in. Then obviously I will remove these decorations because I don't like where they stand right now either. I just plug them in there really quick. Oh, and the snail got off. So now we can throw the snail back in there. And this Java ferns, they didn't get put in all the way. You can see the roots are sticking out. I'm going to put them in deeper because they're not growing really well like this. As for those plants, I will keep them where they are. Water conditioner. Then, yesterday, I purchased this driftwood. I will put it in the tank. So before putting the plants back in, I need to find out where I will put it and how much place it will take. So I'm thinking to put it kind of like this, or maybe like this. So I have some room on the left and some room on the right to work with. So let me put it back in there, in the water. And these 5-gallon buckets are BPA free. I bought them for a few dollars each at Walmart, and I figured they're perfect size for my 20-gallon tank when I need to replace 25% of the water. This is aquarium siphoning kit. Siphoning. I just bought it. And we need to put it together. So there's a couple of pieces here. My vacuum cleaner has this pump. If you don't, you can just jiggle it around until the water gets all the way to here. But since mine has a pump, I'm going to pump it a few times. This is really convenient. It kind of hangs on the bucket. So the water starts going up. I probably need to put the bucket lower. Now you can see that it's flowing really well, and you can kind of grab and release the cord so it siphons the gravel and let go. As you can see, that's the point for the gravel to get siphoned in there and get cleaned. And it's okay if I go over 5 gallons, because then I can just grab the water from the bucket, wait till it settles, and grab the water from the top, the cleaner water, and put it in the tank. So I'll probably have to do it twice because I'm already at about 4 gallons. There's my shrimp. I need to be careful with it so I don't accidentally suck in the shrimp. Yeah, so I would have to go twice. Because I only got done with half the tank. But this is, I haven't done this in a long time. So I think it's not too bad for the first time. And then I can collect the floating pieces with the net. Throw it in here. So see, we got the dirty water here, and you can see that we got some smaller gravel and some fish poop in there, and basically a lot of dirt. Now we will wait for about 10 minutes till all the dirt settles, and since I took more water than I should have, I will basically get a few gallons from here, from the top when everything settles, and put it back into the tank. I will just collect some floating vegetation from there. There are a lot of weeds here that they can just collect. They clog up the filter. Okay, so now we continue. We put just a little bit water more in. And so it starts flowing again. We're almost done. I'll just collect all the excess garbage, but I wasn't supposed to pull it out, I guess. I haven't done it in many years, and the more you do it, the faster you will get. Basically, all it comes down to is just finding the right way to bend the tube so you get the perfect pressure. And so I released basically what I did when I removed the tube is all the big debris that were in the water and that got stuck in at the end there, they got thrown back into the aquarium. So right now I will just clean it up with the net, but it's a lot better if you just lift it up gently and pick it up from this tube instead. So I'll just go rinse the net and be right back. So now we'll remove everything out of the way, and the first thing I want to do is I made some java moss. I planted them in this canvas, and today I got the suction cups that are basically for tubing. They sell them at PetSmart for a couple bucks, and what I want to do is I want to see if I can put them on a glass instead, so I can decorate below, like put all the plants that I want below, and put all the plants that I want below, pretty much. So this one, I don't know where to put it yet. I was thinking to put it somewhere in the back. Because it gets sucked into this filter. So I thought either over there, over here, in the back would be better. But I will also put all the plants deeper because the roots are sticking out. Especially Java ferns, I removed them because they were sticking out everywhere. So let's see if I can put this one in here. This one has a good root system developed already. Or no. What's the best place for it? Yeah. Maybe I should try to put it somewhere in here. Let's see if I can wrap the roots a little bit so that they don't go everywhere. It's crazy how much this plant has grown in a couple weeks. It was very, very little when I first got it. And now the root system, it didn't have any root system, it had just a bulb. And now it's huge. But fish seems to like it. At first I wanted to remove it because fish pick on it a lot. But then I figured, well, if they eat it, I'll just leave it. This Java fern wasn't planted well, so now we have a chance to plant it deep because it was kind of floating out. Oh, I'll put it here. We'll make the floors even. The driftwood will be in the middle, so right now we should plant all around it, like this Java moss would probably look good here. Well, not Java moss, Java fern, I'm sorry. And this is Elnina fern. I'll just plant it where it was before, except I'll dig it in deeper. Yeah, I think it's perfect here. These rocks was Java moss growing. I think I will put them, a couple of them here. One here. Another one over here to provide a couple hiding spots. And then I call these decorations Greek ruins. I'll put one here. Maybe a little bit tilted like that. Then I have one more rock that I will put on this side by the plants.
couple more decorations here. Usually everybody, I'm out of breath. Usually everybody likes these decorations because they get slimy, and I often see shrimp and alligators crawling on them. Oh, and I found my second snail. It was probably in a rock, so now we can put two of them together. Then later I will do this. Basically I will replant this Java moss that I have planted. I'm waiting for it to grow out, but right now I don't want to take all the floor area in my tank like I did before. So pretty much I will put the suction cup on the side here and have it stick on the sides of the aquarium. That way later when I need them, I will just unstick them from the side of the aquarium and put them where I intended to put them. Basically, I'm not going to tell you yet, but it's a little project basically for now. Now we'll start adding the fresh water in for the fish. Just put it in slowly with my McDonald's cup. And as you can remember, earlier I was talking about not being afraid to get more water out into the bucket than you plan to, like more than 5 gallons, because basically after I add this water, the water in the bucket with from this aquarium will settle down, and the top on this bucket will be clean while the bottom would be dirty. So it's okay to get some water from the top and put it back. Yeah, so I will be slowly adding water here, and I will show you when it's all full. It has been a few minutes since I cleaned the tank, and everything seems in the right place right now. Basically I have some place in the middle for the driftwood, and this driftwood is still, I just got it, so I attached a little bit of Java moss to it, and I will soak in the water for about a week or two until it drowns, because right now it floats at the top. By that time Java moss should get attached to it, and I think it will look pretty in the middle. And then later I also planted some Java moss here, but I will be removing them and kind of maybe put a piece in a different spot when it grows up, but right now it's just going to sit right here on the side of the tank. And the reason I did that is so I can plant plants here and get a spare room for driftwood. But the water is clean. I replaced about a quarter of a tank, which is 5 gallons, and then you can see all the dirty water, that all the dirt has been settled, and I took some water from here and added it into the aquarium to have it a little bit higher. Basically took some water from the top and put it into the aquarium to have a full aquarium. And I added some new stress coat here into this bucket, so this should get ready for the next water change too. So this is it. I cleaned and rearranged the plants and decoration in my tank, and right now I'm satisfied how it looks, and this is it. Thank you.